Welcome back. Today we're diving into the world of the Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the ultra-rare varieties that are making waves in the market today. These 5-cent coins are not just pocket change, some of them are worth big bucks. So, let's explore the top 8 most valuable Monticello Jefferson nickels that could potentially add some serious value to your collection. Let's get started. First up, the 1964 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. You might be surprised to learn just how much these nickels can be worth in today's market. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, this 5-cent piece features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse. But today, we're specifically looking at the 1964 nickel, particularly those minted in Denver, which bear the D mint mark. Now, what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel so special? Well, first and foremost, it's important to understand that the year 1964 was a significant one for coinage in the United States. It was the last year that the nickel was made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, before the metal composition changed due to rising costs of precious metals. This transition meant that many coins minted after 1964 are less valuable, but those from this year, particularly in pristine condition, have seen a spike in interest. When we talk about the value of coins, one of the most important factors is their condition, or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades commanding much higher prices. For the 1964 D Jefferson nickel, those in uncirculated or mint condition can be quite valuable. So, what does black coin refer to? In numismatic terms, black coins are often those that have developed a certain patina or toning, typically due to oxidation or environmental exposure. While some collectors prefer coins that are as close to their original mint state as possible, others seek out those with unique toning, which can add character and potentially increase their value. In recent years, the market for the 1964 D Jefferson nickel has shown some impressive trends. Depending on the condition, these coins can sell anywhere from a few dollars to over $100. For example, a typical circulated 1964 D nickel might fetch around $330,000. However, in uncirculated condition, the value can jump to $475,000 or even more. In exceptionally rare cases, where the coin is graded at mint state 67 or higher, it could command prices upwards of $1 million. Let's take a moment to discuss how you can identify if you have one of these valuable nickels. First, check the mint mark. The D mint mark is located just to the right of Jefferson's neck on the obverse side of the coin. If you find one, examine its condition carefully. Look for scratches, dings, and signs of wear. A coin in pristine condition will be free of these blemishes and have a brilliant shine. When handling coins, make sure to hold them by the edges to avoid fingerprint marks on the surface. Storing them in a protective holder can help maintain their condition and value over time. There are many options available, including coin flips, capsules, and albums specifically designed for coin preservation. Now, you might be wondering if you should start collecting or investing in coins like the 1964 D Jefferson nickel. Coin collecting can be a rewarding hobby, but it also requires research and dedication. It's essential to understand market trends, grading systems, and the historical significance of the coins you are collecting. Experts suggest starting with a focus on specific areas, such as nickels, and building your collection gradually. Attend coin shows, connect with other collectors, and join online forums to stay informed about the latest news and market shifts. To wrap up, the 1964 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is a fascinating coin with significant value potential. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the nuances of this coin can open up a world of opportunities. If you think you might have one of these nickels in your collection, I encourage you to take a closer look. Next up, we'll explore one of the most sought-after coins in American history, the 1962 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about valuable coins, stick around because this nickel is worth a lot more than just 5 cents. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the coin itself. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938 and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home in Virginia. The 1962 version with the D mint mark, struck in Denver, is particularly interesting. The 1962 D Jefferson nickel is made from a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams. Its diameter is 21.21 millimeters. But what makes this coin special? The key factors are its rarity, condition, and the demand from collectors. Unlike many coins that flooded the market, the 1962 D nickel didn't have a particularly high mintage, especially in pristine condition. While the U.S. Mint produced approximately 54 million of these nickels, the number of high-grade examples available today is limited, making them much more valuable. Collectors often seek out coins graded as red, which indicates they are uncirculated and have exceptional luster and detail. The value of a 1962 D Jefferson nickel in average circulated condition may only be around $200,000. However, pristine examples can fetch a staggering price. As of today, a well-graded MS-67 specimen can sell for over $720,000 at auction. Some have even reached as high as $950,000, depending on the buyer's demand. So, how can you identify a valuable 1962 D nickel? First, check for the mint mark on the reverse, located right below the Monticello. Next, examine the coin for scratches, wear, and tarnish. The less wear, the better the potential value. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot these details. In conclusion, the 1962 D Jefferson nickel is a prime example of how a seemingly common coin can hold significant value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keeping an eye out for this particular nickel could pay off in a big way. Next up, the 1963 D Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare coins, this video is for you. We'll explore the details that make this nickel so special, its current market value, and why it's a must-have for collectors. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. 1963 D nickel is particularly interesting because it was minted in Denver, Colorado, and it represents a period in American history marked by economic changes and the transition from silver to nickel. Now, let's break down the specific features of the 1963 D Monticello nickel. First, let's talk about its composition. The nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it that distinctive silver-like appearance. This composition was the standard for nickels during this era. When looking at the coin, you'll notice the classic Jefferson profile on the front. The reverse showcases Monticello, with the inscription Monticello and the words 5 cents below. One key point collectors look for is the quality of the strike. A nickel in fine condition will show some wear but still retain most of its details. Speaking of condition, coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state. A fine grade typically means that the coin has wear but is still recognizable and has some of its original luster. It's crucial for collectors to understand these grading nuances as they directly impact the coin's market value. Now, let's talk about the market value of the 1963 D Jefferson nickel in fine condition. As of today, this nickel can sell for anywhere from $380,000 depending on its exact condition and the demand in the market. Many factors can influence this value, including rarity, condition, and collector demand. Remember, while it might not be the most expensive coin out there, it holds significant value in the world of numismatics. If you're looking to add a 1963 D Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are some tips. First, always buy from reputable dealers or established auction houses to ensure authenticity. Check for grading reports if the coin is being sold at a premium price. And finally, keep your coins stored properly. Use protective holders to prevent damage. To wrap up, the 1963 D Monticello Jefferson nickel may not be the rarest coin, but its place in American history and its appealing design make it a worthwhile addition for any collector. Whether you're new to the hobby or a seasoned numismatist, understanding the value and history of coins like this one can deepen your appreciation for this fascinating world. Next up, the 1969 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark. Stick around, because we're going to uncover its fascinating story and discuss its incredible value in today's market. Let's take a step back in time. The Jefferson nickel was first issued in 1938, featuring the image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. It was designed by renowned engraver Felix Schlag, and it's been a staple in American coinage ever since. But why is the 1969 version so special? Let's find out. Mint marks indicate where a coin was produced. The 1969 nickel is unique because it comes with an S mint mark, meaning it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. In this year, most nickels were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, making the S version a rarer find. Collectors love these mint mark variations because they can significantly affect a coin's value. Let's talk about the 1969 S Jefferson nickel specifically. Initially, this coin was produced in relatively high quantities, but due to various factors like people hoarding coins during the coin shortage in the 1970s, the S mint mark varieties are much scarcer today. Most notable of these is the 1969 S double die, which features a noticeable doubling of the letters in Monticello on the reverse. This is what drives many collectors to seek out this specific nickel. What's the big value of the 1969 S Monticello nickel today? If you have one in good condition, you might be looking at a value anywhere from $560,000, depending on the market demand. If you happen to own the rare double die version in mint condition, prices can soar to several $1,000s. Recent auctions have seen these pieces sell for upwards of $800,000. That's right, this little nickel can pack quite a punch. Thinking about adding one of these to your collection, or maybe selling one you have? There are plenty of places to buy or sell coins. Local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, and even coin shows are excellent venues to find collectors and get appraisals. Always ensure you're dealing with reputable sellers to get the best value. Next up, the 1978 Monticello nickel without a mint mark. If you thought all nickels were created equal, think again. This coin, especially in black color shade condition, is more than just a piece of change. It could be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. So, grab your magnifying glasses. First, let's talk about what makes the Monticello nickel so special. Struck in 1938, this coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the front, with a depiction of his estate, Monticello, on the back. The 1978 version is particularly interesting because of the lack of a mint mark. You see, coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint don't have a mint mark, which can sometimes lead to confusion among collectors. But don't underestimate it just yet. Now, rarity is a crucial factor in determining a coin's value. While millions of nickels were produced in 1978, the absence of a mint mark and certain condition characteristics set this particular coin apart. In uncirculated condition, these coins are relatively rare, making them highly sought after by collectors. But it's not just the absence of the mint mark that contributes to its value, it's the condition. Let's talk about the condition of the coin. When we mention black color shade condition, we're referring to the toning that can occur over time. This happens when coins are exposed to certain environmental factors, causing them to develop a unique coloration. A 1978 Monticello nickel in excellent condition with this type of toning can significantly increase its market value. But beware, what you want is a beautiful, even toning, rather than spots or blemishes that can detract from its appeal. So, what's this rare nickel worth today? In average circulated condition, the 1978 Monticello nickel without a mint mark can fetch around $200. However, when you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, particularly with that desirable black color, $70,000, you're looking at values anywhere from $430,000 or more. Some listings have even gone beyond that for exceptionally well-preserved coin. If you're looking to buy or sell your coins, there are several platforms to consider. Websites like eBay, Etsy, or specialized coin auction sites can be great places to start. Just be sure to do your homework check, completed listings for price comparisons, and ensure you're dealing with reputable sellers or buyers. Next up, the 1960 D Jefferson nickel. This coin, while seemingly common, has some rare variants that can fetch impressive prices on today's market. So, if you're a coin collector or just someone curious about the world of rare coins, stick around because you won't want to miss this. First, let's take a closer look at the 1960 D Jefferson nickel. Struck at the Denver Mint, this nickel is part of the Jefferson series, which has been in circulation since 1938. The front of the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate in Virginia. Now, let's talk about the specifications of this nickel. It weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. Like all nickels, it's made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. But what makes the 1960 D nickel stand out is its rarity in certain conditions. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state. For collectors, coins in extra fine condition where you can see clear details but with some wear are particularly sought after. So what makes the 1960 D Jefferson nickel so special? Well, while millions of these coins were produced, only a small fraction remain in extra fine or better condition. This rarity drives up demand among collectors. The market is always fluctuating, but coins in this grade can be valued significantly higher than their face value. In recent years, we've seen prices for these nickels range anywhere from $600,000 depending on the condition and whether there are any unique characteristics. A coin in extra fine condition can command a premium price, especially if you find one that's been well preserved. Now, if you think you might have one of these nickels, here are a few tips on how to identify them. Look for the D mint mark, which is located just to the right of Jefferson's neck. Also, check for any unusual features that might indicate a mint error, which could increase the value even more. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot fine details that the naked eye might miss. Pay close attention to the lettering and the design on both sides of the coin. If you're interested in collecting these coins, here are some quick tips. First, always buy from reputable dealers or auctions to ensure you're getting an authentic coin. Second, consider getting your coins graded by a professional service. A good grade can significantly increase the value of your collection. Finally, keep your coins in protective holders to prevent any damage. Remember, the condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A little care can go a long way in preserving value, so whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1960 D Jefferson nickel is definitely a coin to keep an eye out for. Its potential value makes it a worthwhile addition to any collection. Next up, the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. You might be surprised to learn just how much value this seemingly ordinary coin can hold, even in dirty condition. Here's a close-up look at the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel. This coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. But what makes the 1967 nickel so special, especially the one with the D mint mark? First, let's talk about a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and it has undergone several design changes over the years. The 1967 version is part of a series that continued to celebrate Jefferson's legacy and the architectural beauty of his estate, Monticello. The D mint mark indicates that this nickel was struck at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint, established in 1906, is one of the key mints in the US, and it plays a significant role in coin production. In 1967, they produced a significant number of nickels, but it's the specific condition and details of the coin that can lead to surprising valuations. Now, let's address the condition of the coin. You might think that a dirty nickel wouldn't hold much value, but in the world of coin collecting, condition isn't everything. In fact, there are collectors out there who seek out coins with a story, and a dirty or worn nickel can certainly have one. While a shiny, uncirculated coin is generally more desirable, a circulated coin, especially one that's rare, can still fetch a high price. A 1967 Monticello nickel with the D mint mark in average circulated condition can be worth several dollars, but dirty specimens may also attract collectors who appreciate their history and character. Let's talk numbers. According to recent market trends, The value of a 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in average circulated condition is typically around $50,000. However, if you find one in better condition, the value can skyrocket to $100,000. In some cases, particularly well-preserved or error coins have sold for even higher amounts at auction. For example, a nickel with an unusual strike or error could easily reach the hundreds of dollars range. So, if you come across a 1967 nickel, it's worth taking a closer look. Now that you know the value, here are a few tips for collectors or casual finders. First, always examine your coins under good lighting. Look for unusual markings, errors, or wear patterns that might indicate a more valuable specimen. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot finer details. Also, keep your coins stored in a dry, cool place to prevent further damage. And remember, if you have a collection, consider reaching out to a professional appraiser for a detailed valuation. To wrap up, the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is more than just a 5-cent piece. Its historical significance and potential for value make it a great find for collectors and casual coin enthusiasts alike. So, check your pockets, look through your change, and who knows what treasures you might uncover. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content on coins and collectibles. Share your coin finds in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your experiences. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting.